Chats with Spirits. Welcome in, everybody. This is Spirit to Spirit. This is an exclusive episode for Scare Network Television. I am your host, John Watkins, and of course, your host with the most, Mr. David Lowe.
What's up, everybody? Hey, I have been drinking, so
yes, heavily.
it's gonna be on right now. So yeah, this is another part of our Lookback series where we picked pretty much, 8 of our favorite things, 4 cryptids and 4 haunted locations that we talked about in previous seasons that we wanted to redo for Scare Network TV and give them a lowdown treatment so we could score them, see if they stack up to the other places that we've looked at and the other cryptids that we've looked at.
Haven't been disappointed so far in this series, Dave.
No, it's been a lot of fun, bro. I really like the Lookback series. It's been great. And I liked it better than we were trying to do, like take pieces of our older episodes.
Yes.
And put it on there. And I don't know, it just didn't seem to work right. I liked it.
Didn't feel it.
I wasn't feeling it. And even though we cut the intros and we did all the stuff for it, I was just
hear you.
Right? Yeah, thanks. So ghosts understand.
I hear you.
I'm still going to put, I'll put our Ralph Sarchi interview and our Sean Austin interview because those two are kind of pinnacles of what we've done so far.
Oh yeah. A lot of synergies with those two.
Yeah. That plus our interview with Billy Lewis, I think all that should be on Scare Network TV for you all to kind of absorb and kind of see where we're coming from as paranormal investigators.
Yes.
But I got to tell you, this is the granddaddy of them all.
This is
we're going to look at the cryptid of all cryptids.
Yeah, this is the BIG right here.
This is it. This is Bigfoot. This is Sasquatch. However you want to call it. This
Sinner.
is call it sinner, whatever.
Sinner. Call it a saint.
This is the, believe it or not, the most popular cryptid out there.
Yeah, it is by far the most popular, most sought after cryptid ever hunted for.
Yeah.
Still being hunted for today. There's probably some dude out in the forest right now making knocking noises and going, oh, trying to
protect.
I did that earlier tonight.
But I'm just a little worried, these guys out there hunting Bigfoot, making these mating calls, acting like a female Bigfoot. What are they going to do when Bigfoot starts running at them because they hear this with a raging boner? Oh, what?
Right?
What's your plan of action?
It's going to be, you're going to have no choice but to go, okay. 4 hours and the ass is mine. What are you going to do? Okay, you're going to make mating calls? All right, be prepared for what's about to come.
You about to get raped.
Because you're about to get penetrated. Man, but that reminds me of a bear story.
I'm sorry.
Totally unrelated, but so I met Rowdy Piper before he passed away. May he rest in peace. Those of you who don't know who he is, famous pro wrestler,
icon.
I'm gonna say equally famous actor. He's done a lot of movies like They Live, Hell Comes to Frogtown, things like that.
Frogtown. Oh, They Live. I love that one.
So They Live being my personal favorite of his, but Rowdy Piper, just a great dude to talk to.
He's an icon.
Yeah. He tells this story about the first time he wrestled in the ring. So he was 16 years old. And they go, okay, so for your first time in the ring, you're going to wrestle a bear. And he says, kiss my what? So he goes, you're going to wrestle a bear. Don't worry, the bear has been declawed. But you're going to get in the ring and you're going to wrestle this bear.
Swing.
We're getting to that. So let's just say the bear was horny. I'll let your guys' imagination do the walking. Poor Roddy Piper starting to wrestle this bear. This bear flips him over and penetrates him, and he's like, fortunately he was wearing clothes because this bear was hard. and poor 16-year-old Roddy Piper's like, he's trying to squirm away from the bear. The bear's like, come here. And that's how I'm picturing this whole Bigfoot thing. It's all about.
I was just saying, that's not the call I'd be making.
No, wouldn't be making any mating calls. It's not. No.
So
I'm going to spray myself with pheromones. No. Unless you want to have sex.
Commonly known as the Sasquatch, is a large, if you don't already know, is a large and hairy human-like
to your right
creature, mostly inhabiting the forests of North America, specifically the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that story, and I just keep remembering when Bert Kreischer wrestled a bear.
With his bear thing with the marshmallow?
Marshmallow.
I want one.
I blacked out.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry. But often described as a large, muscular, bipedal ape or human-like creature covered in black, dark brown, or dark reddish hair. Descriptions estimate a height of roughly 6 to 9 feet, but some descriptions actually have it the creature standing as tall as 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah.
Some observations also describe Bigfoot as having more human than ape features regarding its face. 1971, multiple people in the Dalles, Oregon, filed a police report describing an overgrown ape, and one of the men claimed to have sighted the creature in the scope of his rifle, but could not bring himself to shoot it because it looked more human than animal.
Daughter.
Or it could have been his daughter. Common description.
Get back in the truck.
Broad shoulders, no visible neck. Kevin. Long arms, which many skeptics attribute to misidentification of a bear standing upright. I don't see how you misidentify that. I've been 4 foot away from a bear standing upright. And never once have I thought,
Oh, that could be a Bigfoot. No.
Nighttime sightings have stated the creature's eyes glowed yellow or red. However, eye shine, of course, is not present in humans or any other known great apes. That's okay. I know you can get night shine or red eye from pictures. I never even thought about that from like getting flashed with light at night. If people give off eye shine, that's interesting. Explanations for observable eye shine off the ground in the forest include owls, raccoons, or opossums perched in foliage. Uh, Michael Rugg, who is the owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum, claims to have smelled Bigfoot, stating imaging a skunk that had rolled around in dead animals and had hung around the garbage pits. That's a stinky.
Yeah, they give off a foul odor, dude.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things you'll notice, especially if you're upwind from it or downwind from it.
Go ahead.
But yeah, they say they either move silently or they emit a high-pitched cry. And they also say that Sasquatch footprints have measured up to 24 inches long.
Yeah. 8 inches wide.
Yes.
Footprint casts have also contained claw marks, making likely that they came from known animals such as bears, which have 5 toes and claws. They do have 5 toes.
Yes.
But I've never, again, mistaken a bear footprint for a humanoid footprint.
Be quiet.
The bear footprint is pretty distinguished. You know when a bear footprint when you see one. One, it has a pad. Bears have pads.
Yeah, it's very much feet. Bigfoot tracks look like feet. Just gigantic feet. And I'm gonna bring one up here. Kind of show it because it looks like it didn't load the first time. Here it is.
Yeah, okay. So take that.
Yeah. And you can see that dude's hand is holding the heel. So
And
it's like that.
Today.
Here's a bear footprint.
Yeah. Because you can see the claw marks on that.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, you can definitely tell. I mean, the bear footprint is, I mean, yeah, you can say, yeah, that can look humanoidish. But just the pad, the way the pad is it's so different than that. That's a foot.
Yeah.
That's a animal paw.
Yeah.
Foot.
Paw.
It's yeah, I don't see how they, I mean, maybe you can mistake that as a human's foot. I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Yeah, I don't either, bro. I don't that doesn't make any sense to me. But
Speak.
I will speak. The first sighting or the first reported sighting of Bigfoot was from British explorer David Thompson, who first discovered Sasquatch footprints in 1811. Since then, several photographers and videographers have claimed to have seen Sasquatch. This is the place. This is not your place. It's my place. They've claimed to see Sasquatch, although none of their purported evidence has been verified. Since the first alleged finding of Sasquatch footprints in 1811, several people have claimed to have found such footprints or to have seen Sasquatch, and some have provided documentary evidence. However, scholars and scientific researchers have pointed out that no investigator has produced a physical body nor other verifiable evidence, so they do not recognize Sasquatch existence. And I wanted to point that out because just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah. Hell, my people, the Iroquois
I
tell of an aggressive hair-covered giant with rock-hard skin, but they call it the stone giant.
Yeah. Now there's reports in Native American culture that goes way back
Oh yeah,
to where they think, they're like these exist.
yeah, very much so. There's
Um,
a Ape Canyon incident in 1924. The actual Oregonian made national news when a story was published describing a conflict between a group of gold prospectors and a group of ape men in a gorge near Mount St. Helens. Proctors reported encountering gorilla men near their remote cabin. One of the men, Fred Beck, indicated that he struck one of the creatures with rifle fire. That night, they reported coming under attack by the creatures who were said to have thrown large rocks at the cabin, damaging the roof and knocking Beck unconscious.
Move over.
The men fled the area. The following morning, the U.S. Forest Service investigated the site of the alleged incident. The investigators found no compelling evidence of the
Run
event.
now.
It was likely a fabrication. Stories of large hair-covered bipedal ape men of mountain devils had been a persistent piece of folklore in the area for centuries prior to the alleged incident. Today, the area is known as Ape Canyon and is cemented with Bigfoot-related folklore. The Jerry Crew incident, though, is interesting because this is when Bigfoot got its name. So in 1958, Jerry Crew,
Busy.
bulldozer operator for a logging company in Humboldt County, California, discovered a set of large 16-inch human-like footprints sunk deep within the mud in the Six Rivers National Forest. Upon informing his coworkers, many claimed to have seen similar tracks on
I
previous
can't
quests,
leave.
as well as telling of odd instances such as an oil drum weighing 450 pounds having been moved without explanation. The logging company men soon began utilizing Bigfoot to describe the apparent culprit. Crew initially believed someone was playing a prank on them. After observing
told
more
me.
of these massive footprints, he contacted reporter Andrew Gonzalez of the Humboldt Times newspaper. Gonzalez interviewed lumber workers and wrote articles about the mysterious footprints, introducing the name Bigfoot in relation to the tracks and the local tales of large, hairy wild men. A plaster cast was made of the footprints, and Crew appeared holding one of the casts on the front page of the newspaper on October 6, 1958. The story spread rapidly as Gonzalez began to receive correspondence from major media outlets, including the New York Times and Los Angeles Times. As a result, the term Bigfoot became widespread as a reference to an apparently large, unknown creature leaving massive footprints in northern California. As a result, Willow Creek, I did like that movie, by the way. He did start a little slow, but it was really good towards the end, the second half.
Yes.
In Humboldt County are considered by some to be the Bigfoot capital of the world. See, mine said yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I still think it's Washington State. That's the capital, Bigfoot capital of the world.
I do believe so itself, yes.
I personally have had an experience because I lived close to Mount St. Helens when it erupted in 1980. So I have my own Bigfoot experience.
Oh yeah.
So so this is one I came in without any doubt in my mind that this was a cryptid. I absolutely believe in this. I know your cousin does not.
Yeah.
But fuck that guy. because so I just think, and this goes back to like in the 70s, there was this picture of Bigfoot that ended up in, I don't know, Time magazine or something, and it was this.
Oh yeah, that is probably the most notorious picture of Bigfoot there is.
Mhm.
Leave here.
And then you can see the date on it. It's 10/20/67 or 69, something like that.
I think that's 69.
Yeah. And then I got a close up of that. So
That's a big dude. If that's a dude,
that's a big boy.
He told me.
Yeah, told you.
that's probably one of the most
But yeah.
notorious
So let's say yeah, all the stuff that you were talking about. Yeah, what does it say? The Tule River Indian Reservation petroglyphs created by a tribe of Yokuts at the site called Painted Rock are alleged by some to depict a group of Bigfoot called the Family. Local tribespeople call the largest of the glyphs Hairy Man,
It's
and they
dark.
were estimated to between 500 and 1,000 years old.
Damn.
16th century Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers told tales of Los Vigilantes Oscuros, or Dark Watchers, which were large creatures alleged to stalk their camps at night in the region that is now Mississippi. A Jesuit priest was living with the Natchez tribe in 1721 and reported stories of hairy creatures in the forest known to scream loudly and steal livestock.
Damn.
And it goes on and on.
Yeah. You know, the FBI actually investigated Bigfoot.
Count.
And Bigfoot was actually investigated by the FBI.
No, yeah, I have the documentation on that.
Yeah. So
because and this was from it. This was a hair sample.
Yes.
That they got, that the FBI got
with skin attached to it.
Skin attached to it. So they did a test on it, and they're basically it just got released.
Yeah, they couldn't identify what kind of animal it came from.
No, they suspected that it was from the deer family, is what they said.
Yeah.
But there was no they didn't have any identifying marks to it. But yeah, so this is since 1976 the FBI has had a file on Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So yeah, Roger Patterson and Robert Gremlin released their famous video footage in 1967, supposedly showing Bigfoot in Northern California. That was the picture I showed you. That was from that video.
Yep.
It was worth noting that the original evidence that launched the Bigfoot craze, which a trail of oversized footprints discovered in the same region in 1958, was revealed to be a prank by logger Roy Wallace in 2002.
Wow.
But they don't have an explanation for the video in 67. But the letter that came out of that, which they finally released, because what was it? 4 decades later, the Bureau declassified its Bigfoot file. So this became public knowledge in 2017. The hairs, which you were recently delivered to the FBI laboratory on behalf of the Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibition, have been examined by transmitted and incident light microscopy
Yes.
The
Greetings.
examination included a study of morphical and blah 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 root structure. They basically go. Also, the hairs were compared directly with the hairs of known origins. Under comparison microscope, it was concluded as a result of these examinations that the hairs are of deer family origin. I just think it's interesting that the FBI put a team on this. In the 70s, says, dude, you guys got to
Brian.
look this up. Find Brian, get him to look for Bigfoot.
Bite.
I'm
So,
just looking at
so
I'm
what does
literally
it say? It
I
says,
know
to be
I'm
clear, this is not evidence that the FBI endorsed the existence of Bigfoot. There's nothing wrong with it, but it shouldn't be mistaken for the de facto government endorsing the reality of Bigfoot. Even so, Bigfoot believers may be tempted to spin it the way that, see, look, Bigfoot must be real, otherwise the FBI wouldn't have taken it seriously.
just literally looking at the FBI file right now.
Right?
Oh. They got tons and tons and tons. Carried out left. Army Corps of Engineers published that Bigfoot was real. The sample of reputed Sasquatch hair was analyzed by the FBI, found to belong to no known animal. Inasmuch as FBI laboratory experts had no records of recollection of such an examination, Dr. Steve Rice, editor of the Army Atlas, was telephonically contacted in Seattle, Washington. After checking, Dr. Rice was made to locate his source of the reported FBI hair examination. By letter dated August 26, 76, Mr. Peter C. Byrne, director of the
How are you?
Information Center, Del Zork,
Nobody understands.
FBI Laboratory, enclosing New York Times article, history of Bigfoot.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Army Corps of Engineers officially recognized Sasquatch in 1975. Sasquatch is described in the just published Washington Environmental Atlas as standing as tall as 12 feet and weighing as much as 8 tons, covered with long hair, except for the face and hands, having a distinctive human-like form. The atlas, which cost $200,000 to put out, offers a map pinpointing all known reports of Sasquatch sightings and notes that a sample of reputed Sasquatch hair was analyzed by the FBI and found to belong to known animal. There's also there's 3 states in the United States that list Bigfoot as an endangered species.
In California and North Carolina?
I can get something like that.
Bless.
That's just crazy.
Oh, it was also put on the endangered species list in Russia in 1965.
Oh, damn.
Also Germany and France.
Germany and France did too?
Yep. 2 years later. So in 1967, Germany and France listed it as a endangered species.
All right. So encounters with Bigfoot. So William Rowe, 1955. One of the most famous Bigfoot sightings allegedly occurred on Mica Mountain in British Columbia in 1955 when a man called William Rowe claimed he saw a partly human, partly animal creature while hiking. He swore in an affidavit in 1957 that the creature was about 6 feet tall, covered in brown silver tipped hair, with thick arms reaching down to its knees, broad feet, and breasts, according to the Alberta Sasquatch Organization website. And this is his statement, as I watched this creature, I wondered if some movie company was making a film at this place and that what I saw was an actor made up to look partly human and partly animal. But as I observed it more, I decided it would be impossible to fake such a specimen.
Rose.
That's in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's an abduction. Prospector Albert Osman claimed that he spent around a week with a Bigfoot family near Toba Inlet, British Columbia in 1924. Osman was camping alone when he says he was scooped up in his sleeping bag by a Papa Bigfoot and taken to meet Mama Bigfoot and 2 Bigfoot children. Osman was supposedly held captive by the family, but said he eventually escaped when Papa Bigfoot ate Osman's chewing tobacco and fell ill. According to a retelling of the story in anthropologist David Dagling's book, Bigfoot Exposed, Anthropologists Examines America's Enduring Religion, Osman's description of his captors are similar of that of Rowe's 1957 account. However, Danley points out in his book that even though Osman said the encounter took place in 1924, he didn't write it down until 1957 after he heard Rowe's tales, so he may have been inspired or influenced by Rowe.
Okay, check this out.
Bigfoot sightings by state. Number of reported sightings. Holy cow, 676 in Washington. Ooh, Colorado's got 128. Florida, 328. What is that, 5 in Rhode Island?
Yeah, I think that's Rhode Island or Delaware, one of those two.
Could be Delaware.
Wow. I think that's Rhode Island. I think Delaware is down lower. I think Delaware is 72.
Yeah. And then there's another 5 in, I don't remember what state that is. It's been a while since I
no, the 34 is Maryland.
34 would be Maryland.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to, get to name all the states or anything, but just
I'm in Arizona.
Just look at the numbers.
I come and go.
Huge amount. And I'm wondering when this was taken, because it doesn't state when they put those numbers together, but holy cow. Oh. I don't know if you got this video, but the Provo Canyon 2012.
Yeah. Well, this is this was 2020.
I'm trying.
When that map was done.
2020. So that's you probably have to turn that up, all those numbers up a little bit, I would think.
Yeah. But I mean, it's only 3 years old, and that's thousands of sightings, bro.
Yeah. So the Provo Canyon 2012, there are many Bigfoot videos on YouTube, but few are as popular as a clip from Provo Canyon, Utah. The video appears to show a large black animal hunched over in trees, possibly feeding or foraging. The camera zooms in to try to get a closer look, and a few seconds later, the great creature stands up on two legs as if it's bipedal. This caused the pair behind the camera to immediately turn and run away. The video was posted October 30th,
I hear
2000.
you.
Amassed more than 7.6 million views on YouTube, according to account uploader. The pair were on a camping trip, hoping to get a closer look at a deer on a hill. On our way up, we thought we saw a bear until the monster stood up and looked right at us. We ran straight to the car after that, leaving our tent and everything behind. It's possibly all still up there.
They just they're like, oh, too bad we can't stay.
And of course, the skunk ape comes into question when you talk about Bigfoot. Because there's skunk ape videos too, and I don't know. Would you consider a skunk
Tunkscape?
skunk
I don't know
ape
about the Tunkscape,
related
bro.
to Bigfoot, or do you think it is Bigfoot itself?
No, we talked about this because we did the skunk ape as a
Yes.
separate cryptid. I
Yes.
think there's a relationship like a cousin type thing, but I think it
But you
evolved differently because of the location. So I don't think
the
it's
swamplands and
yeah, and I think it's more ape-like than Bigfoot is.
I agree. When I remember doing that episode about the skunk ape, I thought it was more ape-like than it was
Murdered.
Bigfoot-like. I agree that I think they are two separate creatures.
Mhm.
They could have some sort of relationship, but I think they're two different ones. Uh, so some of these pictures you got, like this one, do you think that's part of the clip from the
Can you
YouTube
hear him?
Part of the clip from what?
the YouTube video?
I don't know.
What worries me about this one, look at the paws on the hand.
Yeah.
Well, I guess those could be fingers and not claws. There's only 4.
Yeah.
But the face has me, I don't know. That one seems very bear-like.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression too. It was kind of
Dining.
I guess it was dining, but it was on its hind legs and stuff. I was like, okay, that's an interesting picture.
And this one,
I mean, come on, what the hell is that, bro?
it looks like it's like hiding behind a boulder and tree.
Yeah. I don't know if it's eyeing the deer or what. This looks like it was taken maybe with a trail cam or something.
It does look like trail cam footage, and I like the response of like the deer. The deer's making noise. It's like warning that it's there or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then you have this picture.
That's just painting.
That's just a picture.
I saw the hunter all scared, and I thought that was funny.
And there's this one, and it looks like it's literally carrying a tree.
Yeah.
Bears don't carry trees.
No. Bears don't have posable thumbs.
No, that definitely has a thumb there. That's a thumb right there.
Yeah.
Closet. Peace.
So, I know you got, I know you got some videos. Oh, I didn't see this one.
I got that one. Looks like it was also done with a trail camera.
Yeah, it definitely looks like trail camera footage.
Footage. Yeah, I've got one video and then I got 3 pieces of audio.
All right,
I want one.
wherever you want to start.
Like.
Let's look at the video.
All right.
You can see its face. It's like right there. It was like,
Almost does look like it's looking right at him.
yeah.
It's going, what are you? What are you? I see you looking at me, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me.
So, I think these 2 are the same thing. I'm going to play them both. So this one's in the audio thing. Check this out.
This is my place.
Wow.
I think it's the same thing as this one. I turned around and recorded them as video, so it would go on the video clips, but it's just audio.
Okay.
But I think this is the same one. Yeah, same one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
The recordings capture a series of guttural
The hell was that?
So that
I can hear the back and forth between the person there and whatever it's trying to talk to.
But the end one, it's like it was actually trying to talk.
Yeah.
That is what is known as the famous Sierra Sounds, which is like a major Bigfoot thing right now. That was found somewhere in the Sierras. I don't exactly know where, but they call it the Sierra Sounds. This is like one of the most infamous sound bites ever recorded.
Wow. That was crazy.
Because it was like it was all blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then they were whooping back and forth, and then there was like it was talking.
Yeah, it was like it was trying to make words.
Like it was trying to speak a language.
Talking minion.
Yeah. And then here's the last piece of audio that I have.
Nerd.
Wait. What was that? A huge shadow just moved behind that tree.
So can't play the video.
I want you to go.
But the video looks like a shadow figure like was poking out from behind a tree and then went back in. But this is evidence of the wood knock, which is a famous audible,
huge famous audible
Bigfoot sounds. A whole big Bigfoot thing. And I mean, there are paranormal shows that are basically
dedicated
to Bigfoot. They're all about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And I know I hate those guys
Greetings.
because I was like, fuck those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
But there's more. There are other paranormal groups, much like there's a whole bunch of paranormal teams like investigating haunted locations.
Yeah.
There are paranormal groups that are just interested in trying to catch Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Father.
What do you think about that video we saw when we first talked about Bigfoot in Utah in Provo? If I remember right, up on the mountain. I know we didn't pull that video this time when we're talking
No.
about it, but I still remember when we first talked about it and we had no idea about technology and we're using a secondary television to see
Yeah,
this.
I had it on my TV and we were trying to,
Oh, that's
and,
hilarious.
we didn't have the sharing thing down
Yeah.
or video
Oh.
clips or doing all that mess. Man, technical director. I've been really boning up on stuff like that. But yeah, no, I remember that. We probably wouldn't have been able to use that because of where it came from. But in that footage, yeah, there was something on the hill, and then they went up the hill to
Yeah.
try to catch it, and they were. And I remember that. But like I said, there's tons of footage out there.
Tons. Tons and
Of
tons.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch, skunk ape, yowie, whatever you want to say. There's I just said the number of Bigfoot sightings was crazy.
Where
let's
am
see.
I?
Okay, so in January 2021, Pulitzer Prize winning newspaper The Gazette chronicled a shocking daytime Bigfoot sighting that occurred in Summit County, Colorado.
Joshua.
In the summer. Joshua?
Yeah. That's
Whoa. Okay. So Summit County, Colorado in the summer of 2019 concerned a hiker who was taking a rest at about 11,000 feet near a log cabin in the Mayflower Gulch when he spotted a large bipedal creature failing to scale a 20-foot wall covered in snow.
Wow. Yeah.
The hiker and two others went to search the area for the beast when it suddenly disappeared. They failed to locate the creature itself, but found enormous hand and footprints in the snow. The photographed evidence was sent to investigator Scott Miles at the Bigfoot Field Research Organization, which deemed it authentic. I believe that he saw exactly what he reported and was witness to a Sasquatch, probably a young individual that accidentally got caught in a compromising situation in the daytime in a fairly high traffic area. BFRO deemed this a Class A sighting as it occurred under the clear visibility of daytime and regarded a bipedal creature that left large prints behind. Perhaps the most shocking is how many BFRO investigations result in Class A status, with one of the more recent Bigfoot sightings of that kind occurring in fall 2020. Let's see. Reported in March 11, 2021, the BFRO detailed a case from Shawnee, Ohio that occurred September 2020. It saw a woman and her husband hiking through Wayne National Forest when they heard wood knocking sounds. They heard this while hiking here before, but never thought much of it. That's an interesting picture. That afternoon, however, around 5 p.m., they heard a howling, roaring sound, which utterly terrified them. The couple immediately turned around and went home. They spent the night looking up animal noises from creatures native to Ohio, but found nothing even close to what they had heard. Waving it off, the couple returned for another hike a few days later and saw a large, dark, furry bipedal creature that rapidly bounded over a ridge and disappeared.
Oh, damn. So I just shared that footage from Provo Canyon, Utah.
Okay.
The one they're talking about might be one of the best ever. I'll let you decide if you think it's playable or not.
What is your name? Later.
Okay. Hold on a second. I like it, but let me grab it.
I found it very interesting.
Yeah, this wasn't the one I was thinking of, but
No, this is not the one I was talking about earlier from Provo. But I find it interesting this was also in Provo.
yeah.
Show yourself.
Okay. But yeah, let me.
Can you help me?
I'm gonna try.
You think it's
I did a little minor surgery on it, so yeah, we can use it.
okay? I found that video good. I mean, it's definitely a very fascinating video.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Talk to me.
All right. And you would think that's a bear, right? And then boom, and you
And then
see
it
the
stands up, and they
Oh.
just take off running.
Did you see how the arms just woof? Like
Yeah, it just stood up like
not like a bear.
no, no, it stood up like a human.
Yeah. Oof. I had to share that with you because it kept coming at me like I have to see this video.
Nagging at you.
Yeah, I have to
Um,
see this.
Okay, so the BFRO
Yep.
currently has 6 Class A Bigfoot sightings from 2021.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah. And I thought that was interesting. That's just from 2021, but that's how hard it is to have a Class A
Oh yeah.
Bigfoot sighting. To have
Yeah.
a half a dozen in a year.
That's phenomenal,
Yeah.
actually. What do you think, Dave? Is it time to score Bigfoot?
Let's score Bigfoot, bro.
All right. So first category here, because we're Bigfoot is a cryptid. We're gonna go cryptid scoring and the size of Bigfoot.
Now
I
we
think
maxed it out at 15 feet.
Yeah, 6 to 15 feet.
Horror.
So, yeah, that would be a horror seeing that. So I have to think about what was it? The Yowie that was making us mark 15 feet up in the air with teeth.
Come inside.
Yeah, the Yowie we gave an 8.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting at 15 feet.
Yeah, I'm down for that, bro. And I think they're deceptively fast. This is one where they also talk about these thing that Bigfoot are extra dimensional, which means they can
Yeah.
travel from
Yeah.
dimensions.
Yeah.
Do you think that's bullshit, or do you think that there might be some truth to it?
That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I just don't know. They
Frightened.
seem more of a
How did I die?
natural creature, and I don't think they have that ability. I don't think they're alien. I don't think they're extra dimensional.
You think that they just have the capability of hiding, where we
I
just
think
don't?
they're very much capable of camouflaging themselves and hiding. I think
Okay.
I think they move quick. I mean,
I think they have great speed. There's one video that I remember seeing where this Bigfoot was, and they were filming it from the top. He was running through this snowbank,
yeah. I mean,
and he was booking, and the snow was easily up to his waist,
yeah.
and it was just
I think they have phenomenal speed.
yeah. I think they're super strong. They've got great size, and I believe they're very agile for their size.
Yeah, I'd probably put them at a speed here at an 8 as well. If I think that we're out of 4, I'd probably
Yeah,
put
I was gonna go 7, but I could see 8. But looking at the other ones, see, we gave a 7 to the Adlet
I think it's
and the Chindi and the Stikini. 8s were like the Fayanaga, Loch Ness Monster, the Banshee. Yeah, so I'm right there, 7, 8. I'll give the bonus to an 8 because on the possibility that we've got that extra dimensional thing going.
you're gonna go with that possibility. So evidence for the Bigfoot.
I don't see how this is not a 10.
It's a 10. There's so much video evidence.
Video evidence, audio evidence, the footprints,
Yeah, the hairs,
the hair fibers, they found scat, which they can't identify. They've the houses that they make
oh yeah,
with the broken trees or just the broken trees themselves.
yeah.
I think the evidence is the largest. I'd give this a 20 if I could.
So
aggression. And this is interesting. I believe they're territorial.
I do believe
Moron.
that they can be aggressive at
Can
times.
be aggressive. Now, there's the one movie I showed you where that one was aggressive because it killed its kid.
Yeah.
And I could see something like that happening.
I could too.
I'm not like incredibly high on the aggression, but
I was thinking because of their natural they're tuned with nature and things like that. And the territorial of them, they're not necessarily aggressive creatures, but they can be. I think that it's more usually due to being provoked. But if you do provoke them, you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
I'd probably put it at 6.
Okay. Yeah. That's where I was.
So how about the lore for the Bigfoot, Dave?
I'm sorry. I got to go 10 for the lore because
I'm at a 10 here.
I can't, with the Native Americans, we go back to 1811. Native Americans go back way further than that. In fact, it goes back to like 500 or 800 or something like that. I don't see why. And there's so much so many stories and accounts and things like that. It's got to be a 10.
Yeah, and it's consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're at sightings, and I think sightings has to be a 10.
I think sightings is a 10. You look at that map, and how do you not give it a 10?
Right?
Audio.
Yeah, I
Audio
got the proof
is
right there.
phenomenal here.
I think the
Tell
audio
me
is.
about it.
I think
I'm
with
telling
the wood knocks and the howls and the whoops and the growls and the yells and
you, trying to talk, that was crazy.
yeah, that was amazing. So yeah, I've got to be a 10 for the audio. This is like
I think
the best.
I think this is great audio. This is that phenomenal audio. It makes you listen. It's that audio that when you go camping, you open your ears for. You're like, am I gonna hear it? I don't know. So physical object.
And that was my encounter was
Tell
audio.
me. Come in.
Yeah.
When I had my Bigfoot encounter, it was wood knocks and a growl and a roar, and I took off running. And I was like, I'm out.
It was letting you know, hey man,
It was like, hey, you're kind of in my space.
Hey, you're getting way too close to me, bro.
You're just a little guy. You'll be a snack.
So the physical object here, there's definitely accounts of physicality here.
Yes.
There's definitely accounts of object manipulation with throwing of rocks and things like that. The wood knock,
rocks, wood knocks, knocking down trees,
evidently taking out a whole freaking livestock. I don't know how much weight you want to put into it, but there have also been reports of people being attacked by Bigfoot. So I'm pretty decent with the physical object here. I think the physical object here, it's not a 10. I wouldn't put it at a 10.
No.
You got the aggressive score here, but I think it's
I'm kind of in the 8
or 8. Yeah,
I think I'm in the 8 area.
I go with an 8 here. Emotion. This is the most sought after cryptid in the world.
This is the love it or hate it.
You have people to this day that are scared to go into a forest because they saw something.
No.
You have people in Florida, northern Florida, and North Carolina that are scared to go in their own backyard because they saw something back there.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, but then there's the opposite side. Somebody gets a sighting.
Yeah.
They see Bigfoot, and then they spend the rest of their lives trying to do that again, trying to see it again.
There's a whole documentary I just watched not too long ago about this. I
Grandfather.
mean, this guy left his wife, his kids, everything. He doesn't have a home, a job, anything. This dude made $1 million a year and left it all to find Bigfoot, and is homeless now. I mean, all he does is go into the Pacific Northwest camp and try and find Bigfoot. That's all he does. I mean, that's how much power this has over people. And because of that, I have to give the emotional aspect a 10.
I got to agree there, bro. I was like, I wasn't sure I was going to do that, but it was like this. This one cryptid has single-handedly changed our whole aspect on cryptids in general.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's because of Bigfoot that we're looking for other cryptids.
Yeah. And I don't remember the name of that documentary, and I'm pretty sure it was on Prime Video. I want to say it was called Finding Bigfoot, but I don't think that's what it was called. But it was something like that.
There was a series called Finding Bigfoot. Those were the guys that those guys.
Yeah.
But
or Bigfoot
there was a
that or something like I think it might be Bigfoot Hunter, but it's a documentary. And it's true life, man. I mean, this guy gave up his whole life to try and find Bigfoot. It's crazy. So the danger level for Bigfoot, and I think there's two different kinds of danger here.
Yeah,
there's danger of the animal itself, or the Bigfoot itself. I don't know necessarily if I should call it an animal. Where if it does get aggressive, it can hurt you, it can kill you.
Easily because of how strong it is.
Yeah. I think there's a danger level there, which I wouldn't put too
Case.
high because it's more territorial than just actively being aggressive.
Yeah.
But I think there again, I go back to the emotional, the danger of people literally giving up their
Giving
whole
up their lives to do this.
to find this thing.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I've
Nothing
also
else
got to,
matters.
yeah, I've got to throw a point in for the rocks being thrown and things like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
because I think,
Iron.
even though they're not one to like jump in and maul you,
Yeah.
although there have been reports of that. And of course they do that to livestock. They do throw rocks at you and throw tree branches and shit.
Or trees.
Uh,
So I think the danger level is
I think the danger
not as
level is
people think it
good.
would.
I think 7. I think I'm at a
7,
7.
yeah, that's kinda where I was sitting. I think a 7 is a really good number for the danger here.
Yeah.
What's
So
that bring?
I'm looking at our numbers, and I think that's pretty good. That brings Bigfoot to an 87.
87, that's a good number. I don't think that's our highest number.
That is our highest number.
Is that our highest number? Beats it
Yep.
by 1, huh? I think
Beats it by 1.
86 was our highest ever.
Yep.
Wow. Bigfoot's number 1? What? I had a feeling, though. I had a feeling.
Yeah. It was
I mean,
like,
this is the godfather of cryptids.
if it
By
doesn't get number 1, I'm gonna demand a recount. But but I mean, it's really all about the evidence with this thing.
Tunnel.
There's
it
been,
really
because there's
lots
so
of
many
things.
people that are after it. There's so much evidence out there, hoax or not. I think that's where this cryptid shines.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, whereas I will put the Wendigo up against this any day of the week.
Yeah.
But because of the evidence that's been caught and the things that they've seen, sightings and whatnot,
Yeah.
that's where Bigfoot gets all its points.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's why I scored it this way. That's why we're scoring it like this, is because it's not just about the creature itself. It's about, how much evidence, how many things have been seen, heard, felt.
Yeah.
How dangerous is it, to tell us, okay, how big is this cryptid? Is this just a nasty creature that we don't know exists, or is this something that we've actually got footage of that we're like, okay, now we have our doubts?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so at an 87, bro, it bears the question, and I think
There's 3.
there's 3. I just got there's 3.
That's crazy. It's in my mind.
That bears the question
Okay.
again. Is this a mythical being, or do you think this is a full-blown cryptid?
Bro,
I'm scared.
I am a Bigfoot believer through and through. Before we gave the score, I'm a Bigfoot believer through and through.
Mhm.
One, there's just too much happening. Yeah, is he the greatest player of hide and seek ever? Probably. Like my cousin says, how come there's no satellite photos? Who says there isn't? The government don't tell you shit. I'm just saying, I'm real cryptid all the way. Yeah, I'm real cryptid all the way.
Yeah. Oh no, me too. I wasn't. This didn't change my view at all.
No,
I'm 100% a believer. I witnessed it myself.
I think this
I
helps solidify my view, basically.
Exactly. This just enforced what I was already believing. I'm actually surprised this didn't get a 90.
Yeah, honestly. Well,
Uh,
the lack of aggression and not being the biggest thing out there, it,
Yeah.
you know, it that's it could easily be a 90.
And not
Easily.
being incredibly dangerous. It's just
Yeah.
it's basically it's something that's really trying to just coexist.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting, bro. That's
That's good. Wow. Good, man. I'm sorry. I'm just amazed.
Tell me about it.
By the score, honestly. But that is that's
That's not bad. 1, 2,
alley
3,
of a
4, 5.
look.
Yeah. So our top 5 cryptids are Bigfoot, La Llorona, Wendigo, Skinwalker, and the Rake.
Still amazed that La Llorona beat out the Wendigo.
Yeah, me too. Again, it's because of the sightings
Yeah.
and the beliefs and the
Yeah.
fears.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really think that's a big factor, just like Bigfoot. I think the fact that Wendigo, not many people know about that creature,
Oh, yeah.
so it doesn't have that evidence and stuff to back it up.
Yeah.
But I think pound for pound, Wendigo is the nastiest thing out there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely couldn't agree with you more. So that said, that's kind of the end of our look back series for the summer.
Yep.
And I enjoyed every single one of them.
Oh yeah, me too, brother. That was amazing. And you guys, our live stream is on our summer break. So
It's warm.
It's warm
Yeah.
because it's summer.
Yeah.
Don't be alarmed. We are coming back. August 13th will be our return show.
Ooh.
And we are
August
going to do our haunted location tournament. August Madness is going to be upon us, where we're going to take our top 32 locations and we're going to narrow them down
Candle.
to the most haunted location.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it, bro. It's going to be,
I'm wondering who's going to be the champion.
It's really going to be interesting. I mean, we know which one has the highest score. So we have the
Yes.
rankings now.
Yeah.
We've done all of our look backs. We've done all of our episodes leading up to this point.
Yep.
We have our 32 bracket.
Yeah.
So we know who's going against who in the first round. Well, I do.
Yeah.
And I'll put that together.
And yeah, we're gonna do that first round on our Instagram live the Wednesday before the 13th. So that would put it the 10th?
The Wednesday before is
the 9th.
Wait, oh no, I'm in September. I was like, what happened? Yeah, the 9th.
The 9th. The 9th of September.
So the 9th of August.
Or sorry, you got me saying September. The 9th of
I went to September on my calendar and was like, wait, that's not right. So yeah, so August 9th, we're going to be live on Instagram.
We're going to hit the first.
What time you want to go? Do you want to go right at 6 your time? Do you want to go at 7?
It'll probably be later than that.
Oh, right. You gotta. Are you going to do the extra long shift, or are you going to be out of that by then?
I should be out of that. So
okay, so that means
remember.
Okay, so that means probably like 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock your time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, look for this.
It's gonna be a late one. It's gonna be
a late one. But I'm planning on recapping it on Facebook, YouTube, so I can just put the results of the matches.
Oh yeah.
As like a thing. So it'll be on the Facebook pages too, who goes against who.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be good.
But yeah, I'm gonna put the bracket together and get everything ready to go.
Yeah. And of course, at the end of the year, we're gonna have the tournament of cryptids.
Yeah. Because we need some more cryptids to be in there. Right now, we've done 37 cryptids.
Yeah. We're trying to get to 64 people. We're trying to get to 64.
Trying to get, if we're at 37 and we're halfway through the year,
yeah,
I think we have a good chance of getting at least 60.
Yeah.
By the end of the year.
We should be able to put together a pretty good tournament of cryptids. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun too.
That's gonna be really interesting. And I don't know what's gonna be able to stand up to these other cryptids.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but don't forget, even though we're gonna be doing a lot of this tournament on our live, we also are going to be doing part of the tournament on exclusively for Scare Network right here. So if you miss the live, you'll definitely be able to see it here.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But with that said, I think it's time to skedaddle, hit the trail.
Exit stage right, even.
Ha
That's so funny. I tried to hit him, but he seemed to move away from me. Um, yes, there's been too much alcohol.
We're old.
We better go. So, all right. So we'll be back. We'll be back toward the end of the summer, you guys. But as always, we want to thank Scare Network TV, Billy Lewis, for setting us up. This has been amazing. We're going to officially be back in August, but we're going to be putting out these look back episodes every week over the course of the summer. So there will always be new content coming in.
Yep.
This should be the last episode before we come back.
But in case you skip all the way to the last one,
You're back.
First one, you understand.
I guess we're back.
7 more. There's 7 more before this one.
There's 7 more before this one. So go back and look at the other ones, because we do the Sally House.
Oh, that was good.
We do Ohio State Reformatory. We do Loch Ness Monster. We do the Rake. The Antique Shop.
Antique Shop. Oh,
that I did a line investigation on. That was a great show. That was amazing. You were able to go over that footage.
Yeah, that
was a lot of fun. But all right, yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get going.
Thanks, you guys, for watching. We'll see you next time on Spiritual Spirits.
Have a good night,
y'all.